Hello and welcome on in. I'm T4 and today I just wanted to give you a quick tour of the world I used to put down the queen. The point of this video is to kind of give you a realistic idea of what a gamer's world will look like when you're getting to this point in the game, and to help you not feel crazy overwhelmed thinking you have to do what all the content creators do with their worlds while they're playing the game. So let's get into it. Also, don't forget to hit subscribe and follow, because I will be doing some cosmetic builds in this world while I wait for Ashlands to come out. But before we get into any of that, we're going to start at spawn, and I'm just going to quickly run you through all the builds that I used to get me through this world. So let's go. Alright, so here we have my spawn. Nothing too crazy going on. As you can see, I've got all the trophies up from having completed everything. I did clear the trees out at one point, mainly for my final build that I still use to this day. It was meant to be just a blacksmith's house, but it ended up being like the main base. Next, you can see over here this little tiny hut. It's not too far from spawn. You can see spawn kind of in the background there. This was the base where I went through the first part of the game prepping for Eikthyr and eventually taking on that fight. I will have the full playlist linked at the end of this video, so don't forget to check that out. But as we can see, nothing too special here. I've got a couple of upgrades. I've got the workbench, a bed, and a chest, and that was pretty much it. This was all the prep work I did for Eikthyr. And then once he was down, we moved into our next base. So let's go check that out. So after we took down Eikthyr, I moved into this place over here. At this point, I'd gone from spawn to over here and then to here. And this base is the main base that really honestly finished off my world. This is now a chicken coop. I had a bed and a couple of chests there, a bench here, and that was pretty much it. And once I started farming, it was just this little thing. It was only behind the house here. As you can see now, it's expanded, but I mean, I've completed the game, so it's a little bit different. But yeah, like my world's nothing crazy. I've just got this like little work in progress village that I did when I didn't feel like fighting. This is my storage down here. I attempted a sorting, but if you watched any of my lives, you would know that me and organization don't necessarily go hand in hand. And then this building here, what I called my Blacksmith Base, this is the base I moved into once I got into the swamps and unlocked iron. As we can see, I got my coal smelters, I've got my furnaces over there. And in here, I've got the two main workbenches that you play with, all the upgrades around in an attempt at being a decorative manner, because my thought was my blacksmith would want to show off his skills rather than hide his skills. And then once I got through the plains and I got into the Mistlands, I just put the stuff here because at that point, I was just trying to finish the game. I wasn't thinking too far ahead in terms of having super nice fancy places or anything like that. And this is my last sort of base, really. This is where I did most of my plains work. As you can see, I've still got a bunch of stuff here that was smelted out and I need to do something with. I am going to continue some of the cosmetic stuff while I wait for Ashlands to come out, but this island is actually super close to my trader and I kind of stumbled upon it, so I took it over and I turned it into my plains base where I did all the grinding for the plains materials. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Other than this, my bases for the other biomes are just little here, I'll show you the swamps. So this is all I did for my swamp space. Some of the iron I would smelt up right here, but for the most part, all my iron went on a boat and went home. You can clearly see my trails from all the sailing. Up here at N2, it's pretty much the same thing, just in the plains. The only difference between the swamps and N2 is that the N2 portal, actually that's not going to connect there because that portal is connected somewhere else. But here, like even my Mistlands, let me show you my Mistlands. But even my Mislands base is this quick, dirty, quick little setup here, and then just a quick jaunt into the Mislands to get the root, to get the stat, and do whatever grinding I needed to do here. So this is what I consider a realistic, maybe lazy gamer kind of a world. And again, my only intentions of showing off this world is just so that you can see you don't have to do these big extravagant builds that some content creators do. You can get away with doing not the bare minimum, but kind of the bare minimum. I didn't do anything extravagant. Yes, I am working on making this world a little bit more pretty. I am going to do some purely cosmetic builds, which is what's going on up there. But for the most part, nothing over the top, nothing extra. And I got through the world just fine. And as you saw the trophy, I did put down the queen. So I'm T4. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons, maybe the notification if you feel like it. I am going to be doing some videos while I do some of the cosmetic builds, and of course we'll be covering the Ashlands once it comes out. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. I'll see you later.